still with. Oh, there I am. I had my thingy on. Hey, Steeler Nation. Welcome to Stryker's Inside Slant. What a horrible game. Absolutely the worst possible outcome we could have had for a football game. They were missing all three of their starting linemen going from center, left guard, left tackle. They're playing their fourth left tackle, their second left guard, and their third center, and killed us. Owned the line of scrimmage. Absolutely made the Steelers front seven look like dog crap. That you can't do anything if you can't get after a rookie quarterback. If you can't get pressure, we got zero pressure on Stroud today. Actually, I am going to be hard on TJ Watt a bit because he looked like Jarvis Jones the way he was running upfield way past the quarterback and not stopping and cutting right up the field like he normally does. What the hell was Watt doing running the long angle? A la Jarvis Jones. Did Jarvis Jones come and coach us now? Is he done coaching in college? Because that was atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. We also got bit on a lot of bad calls in the start of the game. I know we talked about the pass interference call down there on the goal line. Absolute dog crap call. Not even close to being pass interference. Absolutely had the right positioning, turned around, looked at the ball, and the ball was uncatchable. Horrible call. Absolutely horrible call. On the interception, the guy hit Austin on the way to the ground. Should not have been able to return the football at all. Play should have been dead at that spot. Gave him an extra 28 yards before throwing that 15-yard face mask or a 15-yard personal foul on there. That was a missed call. Hell, the face mask on Warren in the backfield by himself. How do you miss that face mask? How do you absolutely miss that face mask? Horrible calls. And then, of course, we had a couple pass interferences against us where they obviously didn't see what happened. Where they obviously saw something happen in the beginning of the game where it wasn't there. Didn't see it at all down the stretch unless we were touching people. Absolutely. I don't mind if the game is called poorly on both sides of the ball. Don't mind at all because it just means the ref staff sucks. This one, we were progressively put behind the 8 ball in the first half because we didn't have a shot. We didn't have a shot to be able to come back and make plays. Though, Matt Canada did not help us out at all. You stay in here. Calling for pistol snaps on 3rd and 4th and short. Come on! I've been yelling about this for 2 straight weeks. You do not drop back 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage to snap a damn football on 3rd or 4th and short, the way defenses line up against our team. No chance of getting first downs. 0 high school football coaching right there. Ran another waggle. Thank you. My dog's trying to calm me down. Thank you very much there, Pup. Ran another waggle. High school offense. Booting to the right off a waggle. Only 2 possible people to throw to on a football field, and both of them are covered. No stacking routes to have another guy get open. No running people underneath a freaking Pickens so Pickens can run across and get open on a play. Absolutely horrible offensive play calling. And, of course, on that last 4th and 1, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage where we still had a shot, which should have been a Kenny Pickett quarterback sneak, Matt Canada goes out and gets Kenny killed. It's an MCL injury. You don't have a knee. You can't bend your knee on the inside of your knee of the joint. It bent. I'm hoping it's not a tear. Best case scenario, it's a sprain. Best case scenario. He's not playing until after the bye. That's a given. Absolutely dog crap call, and it's the reason why Kenny Pickett is now injured. Now, what are you going to say, Tomlin? We just need to play better. We need to execute better. How can you execute a freaking waggle better? How can you execute 3rd and 4th and short in pistol better? Absolute dog crap calls. And I'm done with it. Go to you guys. This is your show. I'll get off my horse for a bit. Yes, I agree with that so much, Matt Miles. What was that game? Literally was that. And how do we go on from the Raiders game to this heaping pile of trash. Exactly. Exactly. If Matt Canada isn't fired at the end of the day, I'm asking for a tank of the first round pick. Guys, honestly, this is the biggest instance of showing that your coordinator is hindering your team and got your teammates hurt. Freiermuth gets hurt. Frickin' Moore gets hurt. Frickin' Kenny Pickett gets hurt. We lost 3 starters. 3 starters off this ticket cat tack crappy. Who knows what the hell we're doing offense. The only offense I know we're running is a 3-and-out offense. That's it. We're a 3-and-out offense. And outside of that, we're lucky to get any yardage. Hugh Swank. It's super crappy coaching, brother. Definitely is. And honestly, I can see Canada hanging in for one more game. But if he has a job after the bye, this is going to be Tomlin's first losing season. It's going to be Tomlin's first losing season. He's got nobody to blame but his freaking self. Liza, you stay inside. Bill, this team needs a new direction from top to bottom. I've defended Tomlin for years, but just more of the same mediocrity. I'm still not going to be upset at Tomlin unless Tomlin decides to keep Canada, because this is what Harbaugh did. Harbaugh, when we played them with Charlie Batch and beat them in Baltimore, when they decided not to run the football at all in the fourth quarter, they fired Cam. That day, they fired Cam because Harbaugh didn't take heat off of that. He always fires coordinators so he doesn't take heat. Tomlin, you don't want to take the heat? Got to fire Canada. Got to fire him. Absolutely do. I've been defending them all the time, too. You guys know me. You guys know I just started souring on Canada last week. Now, I'm off the Canada train. There is zero redemption for Canada and his high school offense if it's getting our players hurt and not giving us a chance to compete in football games. Michael Scott, join us. Looks like the team is still waiting in Kansas City. Yeah, that layover's a long one. Tim Burrow, well, we can't blame the players because Texans line was 3rd and 4th string guys, and a couple guys were on the practice squad a couple days ago. Liza, touch. You stay inside, girl. Good girl. Cat's outside. Exactly. Exactly. Nobody to blame. Nobody to blame but the schemes. Actually, I will at least give Houston some credit. They ran the ball quickly. They ran some quick screen patterns against our blitzes, especially that first screen that they ran against. We did a stack blitz on the other side. Made us look foolish. And that is how scheming can help your team with lesser talent do better. Only problem is our team isn't doing that scheming at all. Can't blame fans because real Steelers fans are the best. Well, we definitely packed that stadium. They just had no reason. No reason. Sylvia, I feel you. I feel you, Sylvia. We've had the highest paid defense in the NFL for 2 years. Well, it's yes. Yep. And neither year were they anywhere near as good as the other defense the same year as much ever. I will disagree strongly. And I will also note that it's tough for a defense to have a good game when your offense is doing 3-and-outs the whole game. That's just the way it goes. And turning the ball over. Just the way it goes. So, yep, fire Tomlin. All right, guys, I'm going to go over here to Instagram. You guys have been patient. You guys have been flying ever since I threw you guys up. Bye-bye, Matt. Yep. Where are we behind? Fire Canada. I think every Steelers fan on earth is asking why Canada is still here. Exactly. Rip. I didn't watch. You're good, Tom. Smart. Brooke, tough game to watch. Definitely was. Rebuild the entire coaching staff. Kendra, with you there. So I'm starting with the offensive line to tell you, or the offensive coaching and offensive line coaching, because I don't know what the hell kind of offensive scheme we're doing right now. We're not getting any freaking blocking, though. Guys, check on my numbers here for rushing. I think Najee was close to 100 yards. We just should have kept the ball on the ground. Absolutely should have. Amp. Every fan should have seen this coming. Need no line. We need a blocking scheme. They have guys that weren't even playing in this league. Nobody even had starts, and they looked way better than we did. Fire Canada. 4th and 1. Dune called it Kenny. Yeah, Barb. Definition of setting someone up for failure. Exactly. Absolutely. Embarrassing. Exactly, Vin. Fire Matt Canada. Kathy. Canada gotta go. Must be nice to suck at your job and be able to keep it. Only weathermen are normally allowed to do that. Not offensive coordinators. Not offensive coordinators. And guys, I am for a little levity here, behind me, I'm hanging up my jersey of Ike Taylor from Swaggin' You. Ike Taylor, our boy Ike Taylor, is going to be at the Steeler Nation tailgate this week for the Ravens game, 3 hours before kickoff. He will be on site signing autographs. I'm taking this jersey. I will be there. So come see us at the terrible tailgate. We always got, I think it's like $50 for open bar, all you can drink, free food as supplies last. Got some giveaways. We're doing raffles as well. And Swaggin' Ike Taylor will be there as well. So sign up at SteelerNation.com. Click on the terrible tailgate. Get your tickets for this Ravens game. We're catty quarter for the closest parking lot from PNC Park, closest to Acrisure Stadium. Our tailgate starts on that corner, catty quarter from the baseball stadium. So come on over and see us. I think it's lot 5A. Come on over and see us 3 hours before game time. Hang out with us. Meet Ike Taylor. Come say hi to me at the terrible tailgate. See you next Sunday, guys. I'm actually doing the run next Sunday as well. I'll be there with my boy Big Mike, and we'll be happy to answer some questions and have some fun talk as well. Continuing over here a bit. Kenny sucks. Aiden, yeah, he did not have a good game. Greener, embarrassed, but we needed it. Let's be real. If we got to get worse to get better. And sometimes we got to make additions by subtraction. Brando, Big Ben gotta make a return. Now he's done. He was done for 2 years. Canada needs to pack it up himself. None. Yeah, I hear you there, Roll. Red. Caden, I'm done with life. I went to church and couldn't watch the game, and I came back and watched after halftime. I'm done. I'm ready to die. Please don't be that way. The Steelers should never be a reason why you would want to live or die. So please do not ever be that way. We love you. We are Steeler fans. We are mentally tough. So keep playing the head game, the smart game, and keep watching. We will eventually turn it around, and hopefully we fire Matt Canada. That would be a reason to be excited. Mike, they bullied TJ. Yeah, they did. They absolutely did. They had the right play on TJ. TJ, 0 sacks. They were tricked into drafting Kenny. Nah, I wouldn't say tricked. I think that was a good call. 20th in the draft. We didn't move up for him. And you don't move up for anybody in that draft. Evidently, we should have moved up for Brock Purdy. We're moved back to the last pick in the draft and gotten Brock Purdy. That's where we got screwed. Fire Tomlin and all the coaches. Fire Canada, 4th and 1, and you go shotgun. Technically, it's pistol. It's only 5 yards back, not 10 yards back. But Martin, I've been on that for years. And yeah, we do it with Ben, but Ben could do it with his arm. Kenny can't. Kenny absolutely can't. Harder the better. Corner's still a problem. Every week, a wide receiver cooks this defense. You're right, Amp. It's time for Porter to start, and it's time for Pat Pete to play the middle or not play at all. I'm with that. Better pay attention to the Pirates in 2024. Yeah, let's get our key players low below average today. Fire Canada. Matt Canada needs to be left on the tarmac in Houston or Kansas City. Definitely. Oh, yeah, we should have left him in Kansas City. But, yeah, in Houston, we're flying out of Houston. Damn right. Hell, ship him up to Canada and we go home. Greener, Tomlin has to go as well. It's time. You keep little winning seasons with nothing to show for them. Horrible draft picks. Horrible draft. I disagree with the draft picks. I don't think Tomlin is a problem unless he continues to want to keep Canada, in my opinion, Greener. But I understand you are welcome to your own. AB for OC. I don't think we can get any worse than that. Minka had some bad missed tackle. Minka, that's my problem with Minka. Minka disappears in games. Like, Polamalu never disappeared in games. Minka will disappear for games in a row. And this is one, not only did he disappear, he had some bad plays and some bad missed tackles. So good eyes on that, Marion, and I completely agree with that. Vin, I switched to the Pirates game. Don't blame you. Stacks. Pat P and Levi suck. Soft zone doesn't help them. Nope, not at all. Levi Wallace got smoked every play. Not every play, but he had a nice pass defense early on. If Canada is still there next Sunday, fans need to start the Fire Canada chant before the game even starts. I agree. Or at least do it after the first 3 and out, which will be the first drive. Money. Texans just schemed up the Steelers defense perfectly. No chance of relying on the god-awful offense. Agreed, money. Money call. Refs have been doing us crazy. Bad one, too. They didn't help. Susie, absolutely stupid call on 4th and 1. Why not kick the field goal? Put us down by 1 score instead of going for it. That's an option as well. Absolutely. I would have taken that over a pistol snap in the backfield on 4th and 1. I completely agree with that. Though I would have taken, honestly, I would have taken a quarterback sneak over all of those play options. Absolutely would have taken a quarterback sneak in that situation. Because even if we didn't get it, at least we freaking tried. All right, tackling has to be our worst attribute. I don't know what our worst attribute. Our worst attribute is offense. I don't think our tackling is. Maybe on defense, it's our worst attribute. Everyone's saying Matt Canada don't play defense. Yeah, but if he keeps your defense on the field the entire game because he can't get first downs, he's a reason why your defense gave up 30. That's a compounding problem. This defense would not let up 30 points if we were able to hold some drives. Absolutely would not. Refs killed us all game for sure. Houston paid them refs. Last take before I shoot on over. Parks Todd. Tom in Canada should be fired. Tomlin has demonstrated his inability to lead for not firing Canada. And that's a valid point. Let's see over here. I got Timburo. Ruining answer known for the best ownership in football. And we're enamored. Got a great GM and have in the comment. And I hope the GM forces the hand to get us a new OC. That's what we need. Brian Brown, when Adam Archuleta is explaining how the defense can identify the Steelers' offensive plays from the announcer's booth, something's got to give. Pitchforks and torches, baby. Absolutely. It's a high school offense. We can all see it. All you have to do, defend the first 5 yards, like you had to against a Ben that couldn't throw down the field. Defend first 5 yards, and if they go into motion, blitz the A-gap. Boom. We're on our back. Tackle in the backfield. Starting from behind the sticks every freaking time. Self-scouting, people. Self-scouting. If the announcers can see it, and we can see it as fans, self-scouting, get that coordinator out of there because he is Bush League. Absolute Bush League. Eric, going to be a long season. Yeah, if we don't turn it around. I always got to hope for after the bye to being better. Ronnie Hunter, don't forget, defense was subpar as well. Absolutely was. Horrendous. True Scots. I'm glad to have Facebook back on here too, guys. Even though other football team, the other would feel better. Head coach Tomlin fans are looking everywhere else and now virtually nowhere else to look. Well, offensive coordinator is pretty easy spot. John Maulers, why didn't they run Najee on 4th and 1? Exactly. That's exactly what we're saying. Go under center and either sneak or run Najee. Exactly. That's what a real offensive coordinator would do because we don't fail with Kenny running quarterback sneak. Kenny can run the quarterback sneak. It's not Ben. Ben refused to run quarterback sneaks. We'd average 1 quarterback sneak every 3 to 4 years with Ben Roethlisberger. Kenny Pickett can actually get it, and he would not have bent his knee sideways on that play if he went up and lined up for a straight sneak instead of running backwards in the backfield. Got us hurt. Canada, you killed Kenny. You bastard. Hugh Swank. We haven't picked in the top 5 since 1970. That changes this year. Well, the way we're playing so far, definitely. Sean Peters, Stryker, this team is out of excuses. Absolutely. Even me, one of the consummate optimists and team apologists. I see the problems as well, people. You can't pull the wool over this optimist's eyes right now. Brian Brown, what does that say about the Steelers coaching staff that Kendrick Green and Kevin Dotson suddenly look like they can play football? It means our blocking scheme sucks and we need a new offensive line coach as well, in my opinion. John, Tomlin is responsible for keeping Canada. Yep, he is. And if he doesn't get rid of him, then he should be on the chopping block as well. I definitely agree with that. David Teague, fire Canada. Definitely. John Bigley, team needs to be a long way from playoff contenders, especially the way the play calling ineptness. Exactly. Our secondary is terrible. That's the way it goes. Robert, by the way, Stryker, hi, as with everything else in the comments, I do it differently than everyone else. I say hi after a couple initial posts. By the way, I am now physically moving furniture while texting. Dude, I'd rather re-erect deck chairs on the Titanic than watch that football game. So I hear what you're doing, my friend. So at least you're being productive. Mike, hashtag fire Matt Canada. Let's get that going, Steeler fans. Yoder! Hey, Stryker, can you please explain this one to us? The Bungles and the Clowns also lost their games today. all I can explain is the cascading effect of not having an offensive game plan that works, that is more than a high school offensive game plan. And it's not even a college game plan, unless it's like Army, who runs a high school offense. I mean, that was number one. And number two, our defense being too aggressive early on, getting caught in their scheming. Gave him an early touchdown. We had a chance coming back. We just ended up getting field goals instead of touchdowns in the second half. We got 2 touchdowns coming out of that half. We have the lead. And we should have been more aggressive in those play calls. Absolutely should have been more aggressive. We at least kept the ball to Najee. John Mahlers, Steelers didn't change the game plan from the Raiders game. Nope. Can Hansen, Canada needs to go now. Absolutely. George, OTG, good to hear from you, George. Been a bit. My game analysis, not good. Very much not good. Excellent analysis. Daniel Ulrich, how you doing, my friend? I have stuck up for Tomlin for years. I've stuck up for Canada, but no more. Calling a shotgun pass play on 4th and 1 is a joke. Cowher would have never. Noel would have had his tell his guys, if you cannot push to get that 1 yard, then I do not need you. Time to clean house. Everyone below Con is gone. Start fresh. This team is a disaster in all areas of the game. Robert Vetter. I don't know where to start, but there's too much gone wrong. One more call before going back over to Instagram, guys. Miles Price Graves, embrace the tank. It's over. Get everyone healthy for next year. Kenny injured. It's time to pack it in, especially if he's out if he needs surgery. This team's done. Unless we put Rudolph in. I actually want to see Rudolph run this offense over Trubisky. I actually do. So we'll see how it goes, guys. Yeah, I know we're pathetic. So we're coming back, guy, and I know we're horrible too. I'll be coming back to you here, Robert. I guess got to go through IG here for a bit. Chris, go back to basics. Teach them how to wrap up. Fire Tomlin. Yep. Offense is pitiful. Teskey. Yo, I don't care about what the refs say or don't. We lost by 24 points. Refs or not, we got outcoached. Definitely got outcoached. Definitely. I agree with that completely. We just got put behind an 8-ball early due to bad calls. Doesn't mean we couldn't have pulled ourselves out of it with better coaching. Kostaks, I didn't get that play call where the ball didn't even go to Muth. True. We just suck, Pittsburgh celeb. Yep. Cody, Matt Canada and Tomlin need to go. Absolutely. Oh, hang on a second. I'm going to drop down here through a couple. No, I'm skipping through a couple. You guys can come back. High school offense felt that. Yep, definitely. No pulling guards and tackles. We do not pull our tackles for some reason. Or guards. And we have athletic ones to do it. PG, Canada should be selling used cars at random dealerships in Nebraska. It's absolutely no business being anywhere near a football team. Guy would not get a job anywhere else. Honestly. No chance of getting a job anywhere else in the NFL. I completely agree with that. We're here on both sides? High school offense isn't even that bad. True. But what do you do on 3rd and long? Run a delay draw. Run a check down pass play to your running backs. That's what you do on 3rd and longs, guys. That's high school offense to a T. Edward, Canada needs to go back to where the hell he came from. Ryan, terrible, just effing terrible. Amp, dude, Pickett panics once you take away his first option. Pickett isn't good, dude. And the problem is, too, guys, I've been saying this over at the SteelerNation.com. I'm part of the football forum over there. I broke down some plays and watched some film. And one of the aspects and the problems with Kenny Pickett's regression is we're not running pass plays to get other wide receivers open. And the only guy that is always open in this pass scheme is Deontay Johnson. And it's a big reason why this offense isn't moving. Because Deontay Johnson, for the 3rd week in a row, I'm telling you now, guys, the engine of this offense ran through Deontay Johnson. He got all the targets. He was moving the ball down the field, get those first downs for us. Now that we don't have Deontay Johnson, we look horrible because Austin can't get open. I thought Robinson was going to end up playing the X. He didn't. He should. He should be playing the X. Instead, we got nobody getting open off of the X, and that kills our offense. Jared, I hate this team so much. Matt, fire Canada. Red Eye, Liza, in here. Come on. Saw that you were looking at dog crap. Yeah, and I got my dog right here. I got my dog inside so she doesn't attack my... Oh, there's the cat. Cat's inside now, too. Because if I don't open up the sliding glass door in the cat's room, which is also my studio, it means the cat just meows the entire time. So I want the cat to be happy. Dog's in the room now too. Now I got both of them right here at my feet. Uh, it's only a matter of time before the cat gets pissed with the dog and swipes at her, but it'll happen. Matt Canada has to go. Yeah, Port. Kyle, you're straight on, bro. WTF, man. I hear you. AB for OC. Yeah, never. Tomlin on the hot seat. Get rid of Canada. Got to get rid of Canada. Absolutely. There's no excuse now to not get rid of Canada. Snoop or Ben Roethlisberger for OC. I don't want either of those guys. I don't think Ben would be a good offensive coordinator. Snoop definitely wouldn't. And too much attention, outside attention. I'd rather have like Leftwich come in if he's available. Corners stink. What? Just when Najee decided to play. Exactly, Kathleen, and we didn't get him the ball enough. Be more like Savage. We need to draft Quinn Ewers with the first round pick. I don't know what position he plays. Let me know. Lark, what the F is going on, man? Yeah, we all know. Doesn't make no sense. Yeah, baby. Hear you. Who did we lose? We lost. Moore got hurt today. Fryermuth got hurt today. And Kenny Pickett got hurt today. Those are the three that I know, at least on offense. On defense, I didn't see anybody go down. You guys can tell me if I was off or wrong. 3 more hits, then I'm going back over to all the other networks. Ports, 4th and 1, gets Pickett shotgun, getting him hurt. Exactly. And that should be a reason to get fired right there. If he has a job after the bye, I might just quit watching football. Ben for OC. I'll tell you one thing. I might be happy to go pumpkin picking this year. Apple picking on the Sundays. If we don't fire Canada after the bye. Funny that now fans haven't noticed what I've been saying for 10 years. Mike Tomlin weeks ago says the mojo. He turns around and says that it's not the mojo. Then he says the opposite. We'll have to see. Have to see. Fire Canada. We're getting that hashtag going there, Raphael. Let's be honest. Pickett is not good. Not in the system. He's not. Terrell Austin is not a capable DC guy in any way. I think he's capable. Absolutely, I do think he's capable. Apocalypse doesn't mean the end or specifically destruction. It just means the unveiling and Mike's veil be slipping. That's a good take. I like the play on words there, Timburo. John Richard Frey, 4th and 1, shotgun. It's actually pistol, but yeah, dumb. You don't shoot the ball in the backfield. Fire Austin. True. Howdy. Hi. Hey, Gareth. Welcome to the show. Let us know what you're thinking. I agree with you, Stryker. If Canada is still there after the bye, we should all be furious as fans. Absolutely. How are we so inept on offense? You see teams putting up 70 points a game, and we can barely manage to get an effing touchdown. I'll even go a step further. We can barely manage to get a first down. That's what it's like watching this team. Guys, I grew up watching 80s Steeler football. When we had Malone, this is what our offenses looked like. We were lucky to get first downs. When we'd score, it's because Dwight Hands of Stone caught a deep ball. And this is my dog now climbing up on my lap to get away from the cat. But yeah, it's got to get better. Absolutely got to get better. Ken Hansen, offensive line sucks. Canada sucks. Truth. It's not a destruction to get 2 first-round picks for him while he's still under contract. It's Colts, smart, Steelers business, a decade overdue. Oh, trying to 2 first-round draft picks for Tomlin. Options on the table, because at least we don't get rid of a player. Vernon Woody, this team has become a joke. Brian Brown, the curse of fair and open competition. When it wasn't, Mason Rudolph is going to wind up the Steelers starter. Football justice demands it. I'm not against that, Brian. I think he should start over Trubisky. Absolutely embarrassing. Truth. I actually did the GIF. I don't know how many Letterkenny fans there are or Shoresy fans, but the coach, hockey coach in Letterkenny, this is effing embarrassing and always kicks the freaking trash can. I put that GIF up on the freaking Steelers on our author chat and all of our freaking podcasters, everybody on that. Absolutely was effing embarrassing. Absolutely. Yes, start Porter. Exactly, Ronnie. It's time for him to start. Davis, hard to watch 3-and-out offense. It exactly is. Miles, I did not wait months for no football for this product the Steelers are putting out. Exactly. Big Ben for OC. I don't want to see that, Ronnie. Do we tank and get Caleb Williams? James Kane from Arkansas. That might not be a bad option. The only issue is is Denver going to get him? Because Denver looks like they're going to be the number 1 pick. And this year, or sorry, Chicago. Chicago might be the number 1 pick. And are they going to finally give up on Fields? They might. The dog and cat have now left the room. Jason Bartow. Hire Big Ben for OC. Seriously, I don't want Big Ben in the building anymore. I'm done with Big Ben. Get on with his life's work. He can coach his kids. Timburo, no, it wouldn't be Tomlin's first losing season. This is like Groundhog Day every day. Beginning in 2013, you guys agree with me about Tomlin, but then he ends up getting a 500 or better record, and you forget. We don't forget. We've seen plenty. There's just a lot of good teams in this league. It's tough to be number 1 every year. Nice to see Green still catching penalties. Same KG, different team. Yeah, and unfortunately got injured too. I hated seeing that. Chrissy Wagner, defense is exhausted. Absolutely, Chrissy. That is the nail on the head, guys. A lot of you guys ripping the defense. Chrissy hit it. Defense is exhausted. When your offense keeps going 3 and out, they don't get rests. They get worn down, and the fourth quarter can't stop them. That's the way it goes, guys. And first swipe now given to my dog from the cat. Lexi, how you doing? No, the coaches are the worst problem. Thank you, Sherry. Don't disagree with that as well. Brian Davis. I think Byron Leftwich is available. I think he is too. That is my number 1 choice. Hey, Stryker, I saw the score. That was ugly. Definitely was, Ian. If you saw the score and not the game, congratulations. It's one of the worst I've ever seen. Since the last time we lost to Houston in Houston, when our boy, oh my gosh, was that Maddox when he got a concussion in that game? And we ended up getting outgaining them 223 yards to 23 and lost by like 23-3 in that game. Absolutely. That felt like kind of the same thing. Felt similar. John Maulers, double team blocking and run Najee between the tackles. Should. Sherry, we got beat by a rookie quarterback and coach out-coached again. Definitely were, Sherry. I cannot say anything to the difference. Steven Caprino. Tomlin punted when down by 17 with 10 minutes to go. Absolutely wrong. That meant we were done. And then, of course, they took the ball all the way down the field and scored a touchdown. 8 minutes of time. That was ball game. As soon as they punted the ball, I wrote game over. And on my notebook, a la the great Greg Easterbrook from old Tuesday Morning Quarterback, the single greatest piece of sports literature that ever used to come out weekly. Good old Greg Easterbrook, man. Ronnie Hunter, no faith in the offense. None. I have none either. George C. Cash Dollar, welcome over from Facebook. Sell the team. Fire Matt Tanada, Freddie. I hear you, man. Absolutely hear you. Dude, who's going to kill him? Stay alive, my brother, believing my frustrations with life and the cosmos go way beyond the Steelers, and that's one decision never make is kill yourself. Exactly. Yeah. Another lousy year, Paul. Exactly. Tim Reed, Art 2 doesn't care. He's making money on this train wreck. Oh, he does care. He does care. I think he'll start yapping a bit. Keith Mize, whatever your last name is. Love it. Welcome to the show. Canada is garbage and Pickett is a bust. Well, Pickett might not be playing for a couple weeks. Brian Brown, I take Army's coordinator over this one. Can't be any worse. Exactly. Paul Sarnick, another lousy year. Ronnie Hunter, yep. Oh, so yeah, the green Paul and green Ronnie. Right, Rudolph. Here we go, Ronnie. I'm with you, Rudolph, bro. Yeah, Mike Holiday. Hugh Swank. Good call on Rudolph over Mitch. That's what we're saying. Fire Canada, fire Austin, fire Tomlin. Andre Robinson, I'm sorry, but Kenny isn't the guy. That's we're feeling a lot on Instagram. We're feeling a lot across this. Many people upset with Kenny. Many people upset with Tomlin. Many people upset with Canada and Austin as well. Keith, James Kane, yes, because Pickett is garbage, and I can't believe they thought otherwise. Fire Canada, fire Canada. Adrian, so nice, had to say it twice. Andre Robinson, Omar Khan needs to hire coaches and draft his QB. Might be doing it. Season is over, Adrian. Not yet. Not yet. It's never over in week 4. And I'll tell you another season where I thought the season was over. Played the Eagles week 4, got sacked 9 times. 9 or 10 times. I'm like, there's no way this offensive line is ever going to do anything. We're done. Season's over. What do? We won the Super Bowl. And Ben Roethlisberger up on the podium says, hey, offensive lineman, who's laughing now? Worst offensive line in the league, won a Super Bowl. Absolutely. I've seen crazier things happen is what I'm saying. Season isn't over yet, but I'm not happy about the way it's going. Ciao, ciao, dad. That was awful. Exactly. Tamburro, BS to say the defense played poorly because on the field so often because our defense was getting his butt handed to them immediately when they were fresh and there was no imbalance. No, we did really 2 straight 3 and outs after the half, baby. Come on, Robert. Did you watch the game, baby? Got to be fair. And then we had our 3 and outs, and then they got winded. Ciao, ciao, dad. This is the first Nexus Austin. First interception was on Austin. Never jumped for the ball. True. John Gaines. How Kenny Pickett end of the season if he's hurt? Yeah. Mitch is trash. Will never be better than Pickett. Roy Pratt. We got another 6 years of this before a real change will be made. No, not at all. No, there's no way we'd let this go on for 6 years. Get Antonio Brown, offensive coordinator, and start our tanking. Make our tanking season at least interesting. Well, we definitely tank. Having Antonio Brown involved with anything on this team would create an instance where this team would absolutely self-destruct. He is locker room cancer. John, Adrian Vargas, Mitch ain't trash. I don't think he's trash, but man, I was expecting better than throwing an interception on his first play. Nearly throwing an interception on his first play. John Gaines, Adrian Vargas, the season isn't over, bro. Exactly. Robbie Miller, be lucky to win 5 games this season. We'll have to see. Fire Canada. Holly, welcome to the show. Andre, I'm sorry, Kenny isn't the guy. A lot of people apologizing for that. Bonita King, D'Amico, what the F? You call that pro football? Terrible. Yeah, that was an embarrassing game. Kent Graham would be a better offensive coordinator. Can't disagree, Hugh. Brian Davis, the amazing Bubby Brister. Yes, he wasn't good enough for a couple years. Ian White, 2018, when Ben's worst year, I think 5,129 yards and 16 interceptions. True. Fools trying to scapegoat the bigger Steelers problem being just Matt, Canada. And some people were just saying that Fichtner and Fire Haley before him, and all those are symptoms of the big problem. No, the big problem right now is Canada. But I know how you hate Tomlin. I understand that. Brian Leftwich or maybe Charlie Batch for offensive coordinator. Charlie Batch, yeah, baby. Tomlin will figure out our offense has been trash for 3 years. Offense and the field for 80% of the game, too tired. Exactly, Roman. It's exactly the way I feel about it. Wayne Forbes, yes, too much on the defense. They need to commit to the run game, be less one-dimensional. Yeah, I know you're going off on your Tomlin rant now, and I'm not going to it, Tamburro. Everybody is saying to fire Tomlin as well. Go get Lincoln Riley. I don't even know who Lincoln Riley is. So tell me who that is, Kelvin Covert Sr. I don't know who that guy is. It's time for Tomlin to go as well. Yep, you and Tamburro are agreeing. Who would be your choice to replace offensive coordinator and offensive line coach? I don't know as well. I'm not as good of a understanding coaches that are available and having somebody come in to make your team better. The only one I know is Leftwich is good. He knows the system. He knows the players. He would fit with this coaching room. And he had success in Tampa Bay. So that's the only person I could think of off the top of my head. I think Munchak's available too. If we can bring Munch back, we'll have to see. Miles, I believe in Kenny. You can't cast judgment on him when this is what he's working with him. Yes, he's missing people, but this is a sophomore slump. Happens, everyone goes through it. He's the guy. Well, there's some positivity there for Kenny. Charlie Batch wouldn't be bad offensive coordinator. Mahomes would suck in this offense. Definitely would, Hugh. Anybody would suck in this offense. We need a coach. Yes, James. Kenny Pickett sucks. Here we go. I'll take this take here, Robert. Yes, you're right about Kenny and not a chance because even Mike Tomlin didn't a bit. If Kenny had John Gruden and his coach, John Gruden would be molding Kenny, but Mike admitted he doesn't do that. Yeah, and it is Mike's fault for choosing to keep Matt Canada and keep consistency with a young quarterback. That was definitely Tomlin's call, and another reason why a couple people would be put Tomlin on the hot seat as well, and I do see that. Above the text for Miles, sorry for typos. Oh, no worries, my friend. Holly, we are missing Cam for one. Yeah, dude, without Cam, really, really sucks. I wouldn't hang yourself on Mike Gruden, though, Robert Tamburro, because he had to get fired for all of his his emails and stuff as well. Mark, a random guy off the street who's blind and deaf could do a big better place in Canada. I actually made a joke during the game, guys. I said Matt Canada should start going into the stands and having the fans call plays because they wouldn't do any worse than what he's doing. Miami was able to do it. Canada should be able to do it. Going back over here, guys. Ian, I'll be coming to you next. We need Byron Leftwich. Guys, I'm going to swing down through a bit here. Dang it. I'm trying to swipe. Going to do a roll down through here quick. I know I'm not getting to everybody, but just trying to get to your hits now, see where we're at, make sure we're kind of both at least close to where we need to be. Yins, let's be real. It's Tomlin letting this happen for years. Need to change guard. John, if Tomlin doesn't have the guts to fire Canada, then the owners need to step up, fire Canada, and take a step to save the season. Can't disagree. Be Clev. Hopefully Kenny tore his ACL. He sucks. It's not an ACL tear. It's an MCL problem. Did not bend as hard as Chubbs did. Might be a sprain, but it definitely bent. Worst case scenario, it's a tear. Best case scenario, it's a sprain. Either way, he's not playing until after the bye. Fans strike until Canada is fired and Tomlin needs to be on the hot seat. Stan, we would definitely have to start striking if Canada walks on the field or is still the coach after the bye. I'd be all for a fan strike. John, just need better plays. Browning, what would Pickett have to do for anyone to blame him or anything at all? Well, he's definitely taking some of the blame, Browning. I don't disagree with him being able to take some of the blame, but I don't think he deserves all of the blame. I think Canada deserves most of it. Absolutely does. A lot of fire Canadas. Ray, Tomlin just stands in one place and stares off into space. Well, he went over and yelled at his offensive line evidently twice, and that did nothing. Max, Pickett is out for the season. Are we starting to hear that? Haven't heard anything yet. Texans cheated. Broderick Jones is a flop. I'm not calling him a flop after his first game in. Onyx, Kenny didn't stand a chance. They were all over him. Fire Canada. Go Steelers. Thanks, Quinn. It's been a while since we heard one of those. Once Canada gets fired, I'm celebrating. Me too. I'd be cracking a beer for that. Give me that one, Ronnie. Woo! Fire Matt Canada. Go Steelers. Defensive coordinator needs heat also. Steeler Nation, man. That's it, Quinn. To the end. Oh, man, if you're over on the page, too, let me know what handle you're at. I'm over there as Stryker, obviously. And I'm at SN Stryker on all my handles if you guys want to follow me when I choose to post anything. I will be posting, obviously. I do my live Q&As every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. on Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube. You can chat back both on Facebook and YouTube and here on Instagram as well. I simulcast at the same time. So make sure to come over Tuesday nights, Eastern Standard Time, every week for the Stryker Inside Slant Q&A. You guys know it's just about as fun as this show. But we got a lot of things to be upset about tonight. Absolutely do. So be sure to give me a follow, guys, over at SN Stryker. Thanks. I appreciate it, guys. Draft picks were good. Canada got to go, period. Yeah. Pickens didn't have a great game, dropping balls like DJ. And now I'm getting upset at Pickens. And this is what I saw out of his route running tonight. Did not once work his way back to the football. Not once. And as a large-bodied man, like he had a 5'3" guy knock the ball out of his hands from behind him, where if he put his arms out in front of him, it's a catch. That one drove me nuts. Absolutely drove me nuts. George, you got to put on your big boy pants, start working your way to footballs, because that's what's the difference between a Pro Bowler and a guy that thinks he should deserve to wear the cream-colored jacket or the yellow jacket back before he got traded to Chicago and they left him as inactive. And they don't even want to play him anymore. Poor old Claypool. Hell, we can get him for a 5th or 6th now. There's no way we're getting him. He's locker room cancer. But that's the way it goes. Again, for the second time, Canada and everything is ever loved. F his dog. F everything about him. Tomlin isn't immune from blame either. No, F everybody but his dog. Got to go with the songs there. I love the chick pop. Hunting man, do not blame the head coach. It's Matt's fault. Yeah, don't disagree with that. That's the way I'm firmly at right now. But it is the head coach's fault if the head coach is unwilling to move on from Matt. Got to move on from him. We're at the point now. If this team is going to be consistently doing less with more since 2011, I think we're talking about here, guys. Consistently doing less with more. We've got to get rid of Tomlin if he's unwilling to make a change right now, because we've got the talent. This is a talented roster. We nailed it. Somebody nailed it earlier. Got a first-round quarterback, first-round running back, first-round left tackle, a second-round tight end, second-round wide receiver. This team is stacked with talent, should be moving the football. Obviously, we got to start drafting all offensive linemen because these vets suck. And I did not want to get rid of Dotson. I wanted Dotson to be our starting right guard. And it looks like they're starting to make him a right guard over there in Los Angeles. And it's where he's going to be a good player. Absolutely good, be a good player. And it's our dumb reason for not making him a right guard. Ryder, we need a damn O-line. Holy cow. Absolutely. Dem K, Pittsburgh dad episode is going to be hilarious. Pittsburgh dad episode is going to be depressing as F because he's an actual fan of the team. And this was an embarrassing loss. He is going to have a hard time getting through this episode. It's going to help us all get through the week. But, man, I know it's rough on him to do those episodes. Really, it is. Kathleen, I live in Boston, so even going to the store tomorrow will be painful. Yeah, definitely, especially if New England won today. YNE, splat. Everything can't be Matt Canada's. Cornerbacks suck. Poor coaching. Worst offensive line in the league. Canada is the biggest one. In my opinion, from game scheme, doesn't give us a chance to do anything. Absolutely nothing. There's no plays setting up plays anymore, which we at least used to run that fake jet sweep every play where we could do like 5-6 different things off of that play. We haven't run it once this year. So we're not using plays to set up plays. And unless we get to third and short to set up our pistol formation on third and fourth and short. Absolute dog crap. We'll be better versus the Ravens. Well, we better. Because if we're not, it's going to be a rough season. Nicole. 80th. No, we won't. Matt sucks. Definitely does. I'll take 5 more going back over to the other platforms. Splat, we need Cameron Hayward and DJ. Yes, we do. Those 2 guys will definitely help this team out tremendously. Absolutely tremendously. Wu-Tang Flan. Love that name. Con, please sign Nick Foles tonight. I'm down with a Nick Folian Dynamite signing anytime. I lived in Philly and watched him win that Super Bowl when I lived in Philly. Philly's my second favorite team. I support the Keystone State no matter who's playing, unless Eagles are playing us, because I'm going Pittsburgh the whole way. But I do like me some Eagles. Mr. Kemp, we should have kept Byron Leftwich and made him our offensive coordinator. Look what he's done since he left us. Yeah, won a Super Bowl. Won a Super Bowl with our old offensive coordinator as their head coach, Bruce Arians. We deserve to fire Matt Canada. If Pickett is hurt bad, we're going to lose every game. Edward, I can't disagree. It's going to be tough. After he got Kenny killed. Absolutely did get Kenny killed. I actually have to go through every team's practice squad and see who they're just sitting quarterbacks on practice squads to see if we're going to grab. Cut Levi too. And last one before I go back over. Base. The entire D-line got completely demolished. Absolutely did. Well said. Well said. Oh, back over Ian. Too late to bring back Wiz? Just kidding, Stryker. I wish we could. Freddie Rivera. Bring Byron Leftwich as offensive coordinator. James Isaacs. I'm a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan. This is the worst. We're all big Pittsburgh Steelers fans. That's why we're so mad, James. Todd Erickson, welcome to the show. Ronald McDonald could do better than both of them. At least put Grimace on the freaking offensive line. Guys, tell him he's going after shakes in the backfield. Get the Hamburglar out there in the running back position. Robble. Fry guys can be pom-poms. Here we go. I'm down with this, Todd. Ronald McDonald for head coach. Because these clowns can't do any worse. Thanks for making me laugh at least, Todd, on my strange associations that I make in my brain. Because we got to laugh in the situation, just how badly we're doing. Timburo, Mon's been on the hot seat since Tebow last for football reasons, but with one of the international and online social media fans Tomlin brings and kept for ruining his monetary profit. Guys, I saw Tebow play that whole season. I was the only one not surprised that he won that game. You guys are still in disbelief. He did that every game that season. James Isaac, get Bill Cowher back. You guys want that girlfriend that left us for the fancy TV job. He's never coming back. Have Biden come in. I don't talk politics on this show, especially for Sleepy Joe. I don't want Sleepy Joe a coach. Stephen Hoge, you need a completion. Throw it to whoever 29 is covering. Rooney's monetary profit from having Tomlin is why? Because for football reasons, there's every reason Tomlin has been on the hot seat for 10 years now. He hasn't been on the hot seat. Demetrius Wallace-Jennings. I think offense needs McDonald's. Need McDonald's. Exactly. Get him some Big Macs. It's all the coach. Get him Mayor McCheese. Mayor McCheese. Man, my brain's going back to these old characters. I don't know how I'm remembering them. Oh my gosh. There's a bird too, a female bird that was supposed to start doing the early bird stuff. Forget her name. Oh my gosh. She couldn't be any worse. If Tomlin worshipers had committed capital offense of idol worshiping, it'd be cruel. Yeah, we know you hate Tomlin. We know. Mike Hadley, Tomlin looks out of touch with what's going on with his play calling. Has been pretty atrocious. Fire Matt Canada. Holly Lore, bring Leftwich in as offense coordinator and entice Batch out of the booth for quarterback's coach. Can't disagree. Can't disagree, guys. Yep. I'll go with this take here, Timburo. Excellent Steelers blocker, Derek Watt. Watches Steelers without their best run blocker, Kevin Dotson, and without Zach Gentry, their best backup blocker, and shakes his head. Well, he's still available. Nobody else took Derek Watt. He's still available. Mike Hadley, he looks like he has no drive to get the ball. Pickens needs to step it up. Paul Lodge, I agree. Canada needs to go, but O-line cannot block for nothing. I'm going to just take the association here. Idiots Roll by Jane's Addiction is my music while I'm giving these comments, by the way, and Mike Tomlin rules. I love that association, man. As Yogi Berra says, it's deja vu all over again. Like Bill Murray Groundhog Day, Tomlin knows scrape through wins, be 500 or just above, and all y'all forget the truth when it comes out. Drew Blensky. What's up, Stryker? What's up, Drew? It's been a bit. That was a tough game to watch. Definitely was. We're trying to get through it. Ulysses Prince. Tomlin and his entire staff are terrible. Yeah, they are. Timburo, a real fan, doesn't forget, and I have forgotten since T-Bone's beating us and looking closer, and you'd be taking our blue pills matrix. Chow, Dad. Najee was the ugly one who returned to Kenny on scramble drills. Yeah, it was tough. I mean, one of Kenny's best plays actually was jumping on that fumble. As much as I hate to say it, one of his best plays. Ulysses, Tomlin isn't an elite coach. When are you going to lay the blame on Tomlin? When he does not fire Canada. That is when I will lay the blame at Tomlin's feet happily. Jeff Hood, defensive line, offensive coordinator needs to go. Timburo, Stevens haven't played real Steelers football since 2 decades ago. Yep, I know. You keep saying it. Jeff Hood, offensive line, defensive line coach need to go with the offensive coordinator. Don Hallerman, hashtag Fire Canada. We're getting that going. That's starting to trend. Is it trending over there? Instagram, let me know. Drew Blensky, it's Kenny's fault. Kenny got sacked and Kenny hurt. Has been doing it all season, moving past the tackles when they have been solid blocks. Watch the film. Yeah. He did put himself in harm's way, but we've got to know He's going to put himself in harm's way because he's not hitting that first read, and he's going to try to extend the play with his feet, and then he gets hit, and then he gets taken down. Why hasn't anyone been talking about Mike not having a winning playoff record? Haley is so messed up. Yeah, BLK Yellow. Honestly, what do we do about these cornerbacks? You start bringing in King and you start bringing in Porter. That's why we brought him. Oh gosh, I think I'm at the point where everything's starting to light up from the bottom because I've been stuck. No playoff win since 2016. True, got to be better. Ian White, have a good evening, Stryker. Go Steelers. See you, Ian. Thanks for joining the show. I was in the stands for Tebow winning. I agree with you on him. Yeah, guy was just magic that year. Absolute team leader. Defense rallied against him. He kept the games close and found a way to win at the end. That's what he did. All right, guys, going back over here. Oh, gosh. Toy Story. Oh, man, I got to see that reference. I loved that. Shotgun on 4th and 1 was also awful. Yes, Javi, it was. Steelers, Jens, Fire Canada, Fire Canada, Fire Canada, Fire Canada, Fire Canada, Fire Canada. Completely agree. Completely agree. Oh, I missed it. Oh, where is that awesome take? There was a take to the fact that essentially, I don't know which one of you guys said it on Instagram. I caught it right before it jumped off of it. And it was like, it looked like we were the Toy Story game today, making reference to if you watched the Disney Plus broadcast of the London game, they CGI'd all the players to be Andy's toys playing on Andy's bedroom floor. It was the weirdest thing ever. But I actually didn't hate it. I actually kind of liked it. I thought it was interesting, and it made a crappy game watchable. But honestly, that's the only way I could watch it. I didn't have freaking ESPN Plus. I heard it was on NFL Plus. I did have that. I should have watched it on that. But worst case, I got to see it in cartoon form. Who else saw that? That was incredible. Right now, we need to put it. It's a cartoon offense. And the way Matt Canada is calling it, it looks like a kid is playing with their toys. Absolutely does. Ugh. Am I too late? Fire Matt Canada. You're never too late to say Fire Matt Canada. Lucho Hondo. Love it. I'm not doing lives, guys, because I'm on 4 platforms. I've got too much to talk about. I'm just sorry about that. Cody Andrew, not watching Steeler games until Canada is fired. That's a way to do it. Stay at home. All righty. Now I'm going back over. Hugh. Do you have a good back strap recipe? I don't know what that means. Oh, geez. Mark. Jenna. Mark, Jenna. Yeah, how you doing? Have we been this bad for 3 to 5 years, but Ben gave us a chance? Ben was a franchise quarterback. It doesn't matter really what your coaching does when you have a franchise caliber quarterback, because franchise quarterback gets you wins when you should lose. Franchise quarterbacks get you to the playoffs when you shouldn't be getting to the playoffs. So Ben was a big reason why we were so good. Now having to watch Tomlin coach without a franchise quarterback. We're hoping Kenny is the franchise quarterback thus far. Still waiting for him to turn around. Hopefully this injury isn't too bad. I'm going to do a quick search before I jump off of here because I'm about ready to jump off because I've been on for about an hour. Kenny Pickett. Knee. Okay. Suffers knee injury. Leaves in a loss. Yeah, there's nothing accurate, nothing new. And I don't think anybody has word on what happened to it yet. Yeah, most of these are just game recaps so far. Crushing knee injury. It's definitely an MCL, guys. I called the MCL on Chubb, and I said back when because that's what I used to do. I used to be a trainer on Mondays after every football season, or football game during the season. We'd watch injuries in our training room and try to determine what the injury was due to the body flex mechanic. And that's how I learned to diagnose it, by watching it. Nick Chubb, you could tell right away his MCL was torn. on that hit, and his meniscus was torn, which I called. ACL, MCL, I said were probably damaged. His ACL ended up needing surgery as well. But I said I hoped it was less. I hoped it was not a 3 ligament injury, because when you completely tear your ACL, MCL, and PCL, you're done. You just do not return the same player. Turned out to be a 2 ligament injury with a meniscus. Meniscus was repaired. MCL was just repaired, and now it came out that he's going to have ACL surgery after all the swelling goes down from this surgery, which will probably take a couple months. So then his 9-month window starts anew, which means he's probably not going to be ready to play till October, November next year, unfortunately. Knee injury. Yeah, there's a recap too. So yeah, nothing yet on the knee injury, stating there's another doctor that said left with a knee injury will not return. Isolated MCL versus ACL MCL. If MCL alone, will likely miss 4 weeks. Exactly. That's what I was saying too. It looked like an MCL, strict MCL. Didn't look like the knee bent forward and to the side. It looked like it's strictly bent to the side from what I saw. But still, it's going to be a big one. But thank their Dr. Mark for also leading some articles, for leading for some credibility to our calls here. Yeah, I know you're sick of it too, Tim Burrow. I know. We're all sick of it. We're all getting sick. Kenny is garbage anyway. Not at all. You don't wish injuries on anyone. Guys, I'm going to finish it up here over on Instagram, and then I'm jumping out. Bench Levi Wallace. Levi can't cover anyone. At least we aren't the Bengals. Wow. Kenny isn't franchise. Not with this offense coordinator. He's not. Definitely not. Would you start Rudolph over Trubisky? I would. I definitely would. I've never hated Rudolph, and he's at least known how to move an offense, and he's got swagger. And what's that one, Tim Burrow? If Kenny is out for an extended period, how long do you think it takes to see Mason Rudolph taking over for Mitch? I think that comes down strictly to what they're doing in practice. But honestly, I think Rudolph should be getting some looks. Absolutely should. I agree with you there, Drew. Guys, that's all the time I got on the post-game show for Strikers Inside Slant. Thank you very much for joining us. Please join me again Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be back for a live Q&A. We'll get the let out again that night and talk a bit more about our matchup against the Ravens. But until then, over my shoulder, Mr. Ike Taylor, swagging you, will be joining us at the Terrible Tailgate this weekend in Pittsburgh, Lot 5A. Closest caddy corner from PNC Park, closest to Acrisure Stadium. Our tailgate starts right there on that corner. $50. All you can drink, open bar. Get a chance to get your autograph signed. We got food and supplies last. We've got some giveaways. We got some raffle items to win yourself a jersey, a signed jersey, usually from our old sponsor. Man, I can't remember what the sponsor's name is now. I haven't used them all year. But guys, come see us at the Terrible Tailgate. I'll be there. Ike Taylor will be there. We'll have a good time. We'll at least try to get our spirits up before the Ravens game, and hopefully we can find a way to win because we need it. Absolutely need it. Hugh, so that's obscure comment by Make a Good Venison. So that today is redeemed for some good. True, Hugh. Lisa, why is Canada still wearing black and gold? He looks like he wears more white. We got to get him off this team. Drew, later, dude. See ya. Tim Burrow, so I masochistically watched the game from beginning. Moving furniture. I must be a glutton for punishment. Kind of like going to Steelers Tomlin's fan comment section. Must be a glutton for pain. I must. We're all gluttons. We're all like I said, this is what it must be like to root for the Cleveland Browns. I felt like it. I hear you, Kobe. It's going to be a tough game against the Ravens this weekend. Guys, that's all the time I got on Strikers Inside Slant. See you back again Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern time. Join me live on all these platforms. Till then, I'll be rooting along with you as always. Go